Hello students, today we are going to do another topic of units and measurement. The objective of today's topic is definition of fundamental units, multiples and submultiple of units, other units like Fermi, angstrom,
Atomic mass unit.
Some of the units are outdated now, but still we have to know about these units. The topic of the day is definition of fundamental units, their multiples, submultiples, and practical units, and relation between them. Yes, we'll do different types of fundamental units, different types of practical units, and we'll also find how fundamental units or SI units are related with the different types of practical units. Okay, students, remember whenever we talk about fundamental units, the basic fundamental quantities are mass, length, and time. In short, you can learn it like M, L, and T. Mass, length, and time. So we'll see the units of these fundamental quantities first of all. First of all, we are going to study about the length. Length is a fundamental physical quantity. SI unit of length is meter. Its symbol is M. Till 1889, the definition of 1 meter
Was
distance between two marks drawn on the platinum iridium rod kept at 0 degrees Celsius in the International Bureau of Weights and Measures at Suez near Paris. But as the length of the rod can be changed with the passage of time, there is a need to redefine the definition of 1 meter. So, according to the new definition, 1 meter is defined as the length of the path traveled by light in vacuum during time interval of 1 by 299,792,458 of a second, or you can say that time interval of 1 by 299,792,458 of a second. Now, why we took this term? If you see this term closely, 299,792,458, it is approximately equal to 300,000,000. 8 times 0. I can write it like 3 into 10 per 8 meter per second. And if you remember this value, this is nothing but the velocity of light in vacuum. Now the question arises, why we took light to define the definition of meter. The reason is that light is a quantity whose speed never changes with space and time. The velocity of light never changes with space and time. It's an absolute constant. So to define 1 meter, we took the standard reference, the distance traveled by light in vacuum. Okay, beside these units, there are some other units of length, some of which are outdated and some are still used in our studies. The first unit is Planck length. Planck length is the distance traveled by light in time interval of 1 Planck time. Now what is Planck time? 1 Planck time is a very small interval of time, that is 10 raised to the power minus 43 of a second. And the distance traveled by light in this much interval of time is considered to be 1 Planck length. And you should note that 1 Planck length is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 35 meter. It's a very, very small distance. Next is the Fermi, F. 1 Fermi or femtometer is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 15 meter. It is also a smaller unit. It is used to measure the nuclear radii of an atom. Next is angstrom. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 10 meter. You should learn all these relations. Next is astronomical unit. By the word astronomical, this thing stuck in your mind that it is related to the stars, planets and all. Obviously, It is the mean distance between Sun and the Earth. It's a bigger unit. 1 angstrom is equal to 1.496 into 10 raised to power 11 meter. Now come to the another big unit. Parallactic second. The distance at which the one astronomical unit subtends an angle of 1 second of arc is called parallactic second. It is the biggest unit of length. If you remember, we have a relation that radius is equal to arc length divided by angle between the radii. It's like this. If this is arc of a circle, okay, and this is theta. So the formula is, this is radius, this is arc, and formula is radius is equal to arc length by radius. And if I took the arc length is equal to 1 astronomical unit and divide it by 1 second of an arc, then I get the value of the radius, which is equal to 1 parsec. And 1 parsec is equal to 3.857 into 10 raised to power 16 meter. These all are the units of length. Besides these units, there is one important unit, that is light year. Light year is the distance traveled by light in vacuum in 1 year. Its value is 1 Ly. Light year is equal to 9.46 into 10 raised to power 15 meter. Its value is 9.46 into 10 raised to power 15 meter. Okay, the next fundamental physical quantity is mass. SI unit of mass is kilogram, kg. 1 kilogram is the mass of platinum iridium cylinder kept at the International Bureau of Weights and Measures at Severs, France. So there is a platinum iridium cylinder at the International Bureau of Weights and Measures. The mass of that cylinder is equal to 1 kilogram, and it is taken as the standard for measurement of mass. Now some other units of mass. First one is the atomic mass unit. It is denoted by U. Atomic mass unit is the 1/12th of the mass of carbon-12 atom. Whatever be the mass of carbon-12 atom, its 1/12th is the mass of atomic mass unit, and its value is 1 atomic mass unit is equal to 1.66054 into 10 to the power minus 27 kilogram. It's again very small mass. Students, keep this in mind. These units are not the SI units. These are the other units other than the SI unit, which are sometimes used nowadays, or sometimes these are not in use nowadays, but you should know about these units. Number 2, 1 slug. 1 slug is equal to 14.57 kilogram. 1 quintal, 100 kilogram. 1 Chandrasekhar limit, CSL, it is equal to 1.4 solar mass. Now what is this solar mass? Solar mass is equal to 2 into 10 raised to the power 30 kilogram. Now if I multiply this value 2 into 10 to the power 30 kilogram with 1.4, I will get the value of 1 Chandrasekhar limit. It is equal to 2.8 into 10 to the power 30 kilogram. It's a very big unit of mass. The next fundamental physical quantity is time. SI unit of time is second, symbol small s. Remember, before 1960, 1 second was defined in terms of mean solar day. That is, 1 second is 1/86,400 of a mean solar day. From where this term comes? Remember, 1 day is equal to 24 hours. If I multiply 24 with 60 minutes, it converts into minutes. And again, if I multiply it with 60 seconds, then I got a term which is 86400. It means 1 second is 1/86,400 of a mean solar day. But remember, This is the definition of 1 second before 1960. Reason is that when we took mean solar day, as you know that the length of the day increases, decreases consequently. So we can't take it as a standard measurement. For that reason, a new definition of 1 second is introduced in but in 1967, the basic SI unit of time is defined as the 9,192,631,770 periods of the radiation from cesium-133 atom. Now, remember one thing, every atom when get excited, or you can say when electron of that atom excited, they emits radiations. So, radiation emitted by cesium atom are more precise and of stable frequency. Its frequency does not changes. So that's why to define 1 second, they took the cesium-133 atom for defining the new definition of 1 second. So simply you can say that the radiation or electromagnetic radiation emitted by the cesium-133 are more precise and of stable frequency or invariant frequency. That's why the basic SI unit of time is redefined in 1967. Now some other units of time. Some are bigger and some are the smaller units. We'll see which one are the bigger units. Bigger units means multiples and smaller means submultiples. 1 minute. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. 1 day 86,400 seconds. 1 year 3.157 into 10 raised to the power 7 seconds. 1 decade. Decade means 10 years. 3.156 into 10 raised to the power 8 seconds. Only difference is of in the power of tens only. Now 1 century. 3.156 into 10 raised to the power 9 seconds. 1 century means 100 years. Only 10 raised to the power 9 seconds. And in decade it is 10 raised to the power 8, in year 10 raised to the power 7. Rest all values are same here. Next is 1 millisecond. Milli means smaller unit. 10 raised to the power minus 3 seconds. 1 microsecond, 10 raised to the power minus 6 seconds. 1 shake. It is a new unit for you. 1 shake is 10 raised to the power minus 8 seconds. It's a very small unit of time. 1 nanosecond, 10 raised to the power minus 9 seconds. Okay student, so far we have studied. You come to know that it's a very basic chapter of the physics. Almost most of the term you have done already in your previous classes, but we have introduced some new terms, some new units we have introduced in this chapter. Keep all these units in your mind and now prepare for the following questions like define meter, kilogram and second in SI. The definition of meter based on velocity of light is considered to be absolutely constant. Why? What is Planck's length, Fermi, atomic mass unit? Define parsec and light year. How are they related? And is there any specific reason for using cesium-133 atom for defining 1 second? That is the end of this chapter. Thank you.